We are back here at EarthX 2026 in Dallas at the Anatole Hotel. And we're telling the stories of unsung climate heroes and solutionaries, folks who are actually applying thought and creativity and innovation to remedy the climate crisis in one area after another. And an area that a lot of folks may not think about is style when it comes to home, when it comes to fashion. And right next to me, I have the wonderful Sarah Tarasinski
Right.
with Redo. Give her a round of applause right now. I'm gonna get this right.
You're gonna get. It's a tongue twister. It's a lot.
Well, Sarah Tarasinski.
Yes, that's so good.
Thank you very much.
In
I
all
practiced.
fairness, people call me Sarah T or Mrs.
Okay.
T, so we'll make it easy.
We will. And what you're doing is you're making fashion and lifestyle easier. So tell me exactly, how did you get into this, and when did you know that like you could make this a sustainable thing?
Well, I started my career many years ago, about 20 years ago when I was a single mom. So
Yeah.
my journey to sustainability really started with it being a necessity. It
Right.
wasn't just about style. I call it junkin'. I'd always liked junkin' and thrifting and
Right.
using things in cool, different ways that you normally wouldn't use them. But until I had a daughter and I wanted to dress her really cool, I was like, okay, I have to figure this out. So I started taking my old maternity clothing
Nice.
and vintage tees and turning them into dresses for her. So that's really how I started. It wasn't Redo Style to start. It was actually Redo Kids for my daughter
Wow.
Lennon. And then I started doing, like television segments where they would do back to school fashion, all upcycling. And then it became, can you do Halloween? And then it
Okay.
became, can you do Christmas?
Right.
Then can you do a dinner party? Then can you show us how to redo a room? So then Redo Kids went from Redo Style to all encompassing all lifestyle.
Got you. And what was your awakening to let you know that the world of fashion and style are also contributing to the climate crisis? When did you find that out?
Well, I mean, we kind of have always known that there's a lot of waste. I mean, you can see it all the time. You see the dumpsters behind stores.
Right.
You can see it, I mean, literally everywhere you look. College move-ins. I mean, I probably, to be honest, didn't really think about the waste when I started. Again, it was out of necessity. So when I started designing for Redo Kids and I started doing fashion shows and putting myself in that world, that's when I realized that there was so much more to it. And it's not that I didn't care, it's just that I didn't know. Most people
Yeah.
don't know the tremendous amount of waste. So that's how
Right.
it all ended up. It became clearer and clearer to me as I got more into the style of it. I was like, oh, wow, okay, so I can do this. I can take these steps to create a more sustainable lifestyle in everything that I do.
So when did you realize that like you had the gift of actually like designing clothes and sewing? Like, do you have a background in that?
No, I do love, my grandma always tried to teach me to sew when I was little, and
Okay.
I really sucked at it, to be
Okay.
honest. It was not good.
At least you're honest. You know.
It was so bad. The thing that taught me was that I remember I had no money, and my brother and my mom went and got me a sewing machine, and they brought it over to me, which was like very exciting. And then I started watching YouTube videos, and that's how I taught myself to sew. Again, it was all out of
YouTube University, yo.
YouTube University. It was all for wanting to create something really cool for my daughter to wear. That's literally the only reason. So that's how that all kind of started.
Okay, so you said you also do like, when it comes to like, do you do like decor? Do you do
Yeah.
things like tell me about that journey.
Okay, so I had started doing some room makeovers and like kind of designing a little bit. And during COVID, I decided that I was going to find a really fun upcycle to do that had to do with ceiling fan blades. And a friend of my husband's was like, you should go on TikTok. And I'm like, I'm not doing TikTok.
Right.
I'm not going to dance or, all the things. So she's like, no, you really should. So I was like, okay, fine. So I decided to do TikTok, and I started to create content and make all of my videos start with, it's time for an upcycle. And so I did these ceiling fan blades, and I flipped them upside down, and I made them into hooks for my front entryway. And then those went viral. And then that's when people started calling to have me come and do upcycles with them on like the Drew Barrymore show and stuff like that. So it was literally doing TikTok and flipping ceiling fan blades upside down. And then I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna upcycle everything. I'm like, I'm gonna take this shelf and make it into a dog food tray.
Right.
I'm gonna take this diaper changing table and make it into a bar cart. So now I'm a little crazy.
I love that. Give her a round of applause. We got a creative over here.
I try.
Right. So it's like, So you got kids now. They see mom on social media
Yeah.
doing cool things. How have they been impacted by your expansion?
Well, Lennon is at UT now, so she's kind of doing her own thing. But I have two little
Yeah.
boys that are 13 and not, well, just turned 10.
Yeah.
And they have done segments with me always. They've always done television stuff with me. They've always upcycled. During COVID, my son Sebastian and I did a bunch of things like inside the classroom and outside the classroom where we would make these fun little segments
Nice.
where we would do like how to make rockets out of M&M containers, just about upcycling things
What?
for kids and for home. So they love it. They're big fans and they work with me all the time, especially the two little boys.
I love that. I wish my mom was into stuff like that, but that's awesome, right? We're
Fun.
gonna get more moms into that.
Yes.
And so, like, who is your like primary customer base? Like, who do you get this product out to the most? Like, when it comes to like the Redo brand.
Yeah. Well, the Redo brand itself, it's a platform. It's about sustainable style. So it's for everyone.
Right.
The whole reason I do this is that I can show people on social media how to rework, upcycle, reuse what they have to create beautiful spaces, beautiful dinner parties, whatever it may be. So it's really for anyone. So anyone that has a desire and loves style, no judgment on
Right.
Redo style. I mean, I don't talk about anything. I mean, if you forget your fabric bag at the grocery store, use the plastic one. It's okay.
Right.
But if I can show a few people different ways to do things so you think just for a moment before you make that choice to go to the big box store versus the thrift store, I think that's really important because a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of talk about manufacturing, operational policy on the sustainable side. But if you take it all the way to the other side and you look at the people have the power. So if you look at my social media where I have, let's say, 1 million followers across all my platforms, if every single one of those people did 1 to 2 tiny little upcycles a year, and that could just be like saving your Amazon paper and flattening it out and using it to wrap presents. Like we're not
Right.
talking about crazy things.
Right.
That would save close to more 2 million pounds of waste out of a landfill. So if you don't tell me that people don't have the power and that we can make such change just letting people just have fun, be stylish, be cool, do things in their home, it's so fun. I love doing it.
Well, so that's amazing because I'm thinking about like what that must have been. That must have been a heck of a ride, building your platform to something that like friends were like, get on TikTok. So tell me about your journey building your platform all the way to like the Drew Barrymore show. What was the time frame of that?
I was on Instagram. So I always did, when I did social media, I always did videos. So I
Yeah.
would do videos long before people were doing videos and everyone had the curated photos. So
Right.
I was doing like, if anyone remembers IGTV, like that was like
I do.
IGTV, yeah.
Yeah.
So I started doing holiday cards. Instead of sending Christmas cards to people, I would take little clips from my family all year long, turn them black and white and put them to the same song and then send that to everybody at the holidays. It was kind of like Reels before Reels was a thing.
Right.
And so everyone really loved that. And I was like, okay, there's this thing with video. So I have to keep making videos, like this quick transformation for people, or just
Absolutely.
take them on the journey. So that's kind of how it all started with the videos, the IGTV. And then when I did the ceiling fan blade upcycle, then the Drew Barrymore show happened, and then the Today Show, and all those things happened.
Yeah.
But things would just go viral. And now it's funny because TikTok was my main form of like viralness, and now it's not. Now it's Instagram. It's back to Instagram, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I started off with like 500 followers, and then it just blew up. And it's I don't know. I can't act like I can predict what's going to happen on social media.
Neither can I.
Isn't it crazy?
No, it's really topsy-turvy. They change the algorithms all the time. They change the rules all the time.
Yes.
But what I think that your brand has shown is that there's a great desire with the public to do something about it.
Yes.
And you've proven to them that there is something literally tangible within their hands, within their house,
Yes.
that they can actually like put their hand to and create something sustainable.
Yeah, and even if you look at design shows that you
Yeah.
watch out there, everything is about the transformation, the dust. It's expensive.
Right.
So if I can take something through social media and explain to everyone that they can have all these beautiful things that they see on these design shows for next to nothing. I mean,
Right.
literally, you can take a high-end designer and design a room for 20 grand, or give me a room and I'll do it for 500, and I bet you'll pick mine. Maybe.
Good.
Yeah, I bet you'll pick mine. I'm going to stand by that. So that's
I
kind
believe it.
that's kind of my thing. It's like everybody deserves a beautiful home, a beautiful wardrobe, and if we can do it and keep things out of a landfill.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's such a desire for it. It's insane. I get messages all the time for just asking me questions, sending me photos. So I'm happy to be the catalyst to help, bring sustainable style out to the forefront, especially in the sustainable world, because
Right.
I've spoken at the United Nations General Assembly, at SDG Media Zone this past September, and I actually got
Nice.
to do live upcycles, which was really fun. So I'm
Let's
like
go.
trying to sneak scissors into the UN, which is a little
I
crazy, to like cut
bet
my
it is.
fabric. But I have to say
Yeah.
that that's not something that people are typically talking about in the
Mm-hmm.
sustainability world. So I'm just waiting for everyone to catch on to this, like the cool design side of it.
Absolutely, and they're gonna do that with your help. How did you pick the name Redo? Because y'all should have seen me. I pronounced it all wrong when we were backstage, and so I'm glad that she corrected me before we got there. But like, how did you come up with that name?
That was on my honeymoon with my husband,
Okay,
and
okay,
I'd been doing things for Lennon,
hmm
my daughter, and he was like, "Oh, you should start a clothing company and call
right.
it Redo Kids because you're always making stuff for her." And then I was like, "Oh, that's a good idea." And he's like, "But you should spell it the French way."
The French way.
The French way. So I
Yeah.
did that, and now, of course, on occasion I get redux, and I'm
Uh
like,
huh.
dang, I should have made it
Yeah.
do but now everybody that knows me knows it's
Yeah.
REDUX. So yes, Redo Kids came from that, and then I of course had to make the S on the kids a Z,
Yeah.
and then so then it just became, once I kind of started going away from kids. No offense to my boys, but girl
Yeah.
fashion was more fun, and now she's grown up, so.
Generally speaking.
Yeah, so then it just became Redo Style. And then I've just kept every platform that I have Redo Style because it's all about redoing your style.
And what's on the horizon for Redo Style? Like, what do you see coming up in 2026 and beyond? Like a big goal that you're excited to tackle?
I have a lot of big goals. I have
Yeah.
some fun things I can't talk about quite yet.
Okay,
But
okay.
I'm a member of the United Nations Fashion and Lifestyle Network, so I'm
Nice.
really excited to talk not only about the fashion aspects of sustainability, but the fast furniture, the amount of waste that comes with that. And then I'm also working on a design series on my social media where I show people. It's a 7-part series. I've got 2 episodes left, so it's
Okay.
really fun. I'm showing people just start to finish how they can rework a space or do a dinner party. And then I have guest influencers come on and do some fun stuff. So it's
Nice.
really just about expanding Redo Style and letting everyone know that it's for them. It's for everyone. I
It's
don't
for
care
everybody.
what your economic background is.
Right.
It's for everybody.
Upcycling is something that can happen for you if you've got almost next to nothing. If you've got a
Yes.
creativity, then you've got what it takes to redo your style.
That's
So
right.
look at that.
Redo. You did it.
So listen. Before we get out of here, we're running towards the end. I just wanted to know, where can we find you, and how can we help you expand?
Yeah, you can find me at Redo_Style, REDEUX
Okay.
_style. And I'm always happy to answer any questions. I always tell people you can follow me across any of my platforms. It's all the same. But if you want to talk to me, DM me on Instagram, and I'm happy to answer any questions. I do a lot of design help for people.
Is it really you, or is it an AI?
I don't even have a manager. I don't do
Okay.
that.
So she's
Mama
running.
Sarah doesn't do any of that. No, I don't. I just do everything myself because
Yeah.
the whole point of Redo Style is it's something that I created, and I'm here for this. It's a thing. It's not an influencer thing. It's just what I've been doing for so long. I'm going to do it whether I'm on social media or not. So yeah, it's definitely always me.
I love how you took your passion and turned it to purpose. And this is something that is accessible to folks. I hope that you have just been, sprouted with ideas. A lot that I'm learning here at EarthX comes from people who are finding their own way. And if they can't find it, they make it. And I think that that's the essence of Redo Style. Everybody give it up for Sarah Tarasinski.
Thank you, darling.
She's an EarthX hero. We're at EarthX 2026 here at the Anatole Hotel in Dallas, and we will be back. Thank you.